2, 3, 4.
Puertorriqueña, I'm that chica. Puertorriqueña, Puertorriqueña, I'm that chica. Puertorriqueña. My daddy came to U.S. 1953. Puerto Rico. Left my mom in 65. Yeah, they had me. Now I'm here to sing this song just for you. Hope you like it, cause you know I love it too. In the Bronx, New York, yeah, that's where I was born. Singing, dancing day and night, and oh so strong. In the project, struggling through thick and thin. All I know is when I write, it comes within. Little light and nappy-headed girl I was. Hello, world. How are you? Mimi loves you. You are tuned into the Arts Reporter with Mimi Johnson, where it goes down on www.mimijohnson.net every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I have a fabulous show, of course, you know, for you. And it's just really, really incredible. The guests, my advertisers, my team. Oh my God. All I can say is I am so blessed and highly, highly favored. With that being said, well, you're going to get to know who this lady is in a few minutes. She's fabulous. I do have to shout out to my fans, William Mercer from Cleveland, Ohio. He said, I recently viewed your show for the first time, and I must say that it is delightful. I'd like to sing. I like the way you sing with so much passion, and thank you for a great show. Be well. Thank you, William. Judy Patterson from Wilmington, Delaware. I love your TV show content, Mimi. You are a true gift for entertaining people, and I really enjoy watching you. Stay in the loop. We're watching you. Thank you, Judy. And Cindy Newman from West Palm Beach, Florida. That's where my granddaddy is. Hey, granddaddy. And my Uncle Carl. Hey, Mimi. Wow, you are fantastic. I can remember from years ago when you came to South Florida and toured with your woman CD. I still have a signed copy and listen and share it with my friends and family. Thanks for the beautiful songs. You are so welcome. And make sure that you stay tuned. I am releasing my mother's songs titled Social Butterfly, Joan Cartwright songs, and that is going to be April 2013. And Sergeant Lester Wallace from Honolulu, Hawaii. Send me a ticket. I am in the armed forces, and we really love to be entertained. It's really the only thing that we have to do once we wind down from a long day's work. And I work in the military on the base. We are at work when your TV show comes on, so we have to watch it for the archives. I would like to ask if you could come and play with your band and come and perform for us on our base. We would really love to see you live. Aloha. Look, Sergeant Lester, y'all come up with a budget. I am there. You know what I need? I'll sing you my rider. And I would love to go to Hawaii. Hawaii, man, I probably would never want to leave there. I have a fabulous author and educator, Miss Diane Jackson. Now, Miss Diane Jackson. Now, if you've been looking at the show, you will notice that these two book covers come up. She is one of our advertisers, and she advertises with us monthly. And she's always keeping in touch with me and always looking at the show. And she's always just, a very supportive part of the Arts Reporter. Well, this show, this book, A Silly Woman Loving a Man, a true story by Diane Jackson. We're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about adultery. Good, but it hurts so bad.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about First, where are you from?
I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yes, I was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey.
Okay, and
Yeah.
how long have you been in Atlanta, Georgia?
I've been in Atlanta for about 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 years.
How you like it? You like Atlanta? You like the ATL?
Well, yes, I like Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's good.
I like it too. I've been here for a minute. Silly Woman Loving a Man, a True Story. Let's go.
Oh, yes, it's a true story. It's about a young lady, and we'll say went through a lot of, she went through incest, abuse, abuse, insanity, so much in her life and she grew up, from a little girl.
Yeah.
As she grew up, sometime once a family will someone go through incest, then it opens up a door for more stuff, so it caused her to become a fast young lady. So as she grew, liking boys and, being silly for boys, then going into silly for teenagers, and then that young adult thing. So silly woman and getting involved with different men and different guys, just being silly. And, a lot of women be silly over men, and sometimes we just can stoop low for a man as a woman. Not all women's, but sometimes we just lose our dignity and stuff for a man. But you really have to read the book to enjoy it. It talks a lot, about this young woman, Hannah. The character name is Hannah.
Yes.
Praise God. And truly, when you read the book for yourself, it's only so much. Tell you, you'll see why this book was titled Silly Woman Loving a Man, because it went on into her adulthood of being this silly woman. Hannah thought she could make a change, but sometimes it just don't happen.
Right.
Even sometimes even in the church, women's not always, women's in the world.
Right.
But women's that save, serve the Lord, can be silly over men.
Right.
So this is a book about just not women's out of the church, but women's in the church, how we can allow men to make a fool out of us.
Okay.
But it takes there's God, though, to help us to deliver us.
Lord Jesus, yes.
Yes, he's a deliverer. So he'll set you free if you want to be set free. So women don't have to continue to be a silly woman.
Yes.
Loving a man. It's more to the book, but you got to read it for yourself.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
And they can get this on Amazon.
Yes, they can get it on
Amazon. Oh, my phone is ringing. Quiet on the set.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your next. Adultery.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so good, but it hurts so bad. Let's go.
Yes, adultery. Good. And reason why I can say, because when I was a younger woman, I committed adultery. So, you got to be honest about yourself. And it was good while I was doing it, with somebody else's husband, spending some other woman's husband money, taken from some child's mouth and stuff. Because, see, when it's adultery, we only look at just the partner. You know, that, just the wife is hurt. But if you got children, the children suffer.
Yes.
And sometimes even the whole family. It destroys family. And we know adultery is one of the main causes of divorces. Because, people take it lightly about adultery. But adultery just messes up entire family.
Yes,
and listen, I'm not just talking about adultery between a man and a woman. People can get an adultery. People can have drugs, loving that drug more than they love their wife or their mate.
Wow.
People get in relationship, married to same sex. Yeah, I'm talking about with adultery. And then other things I have in this book about adultery. People get caught up pornography. They forget they have a mate. But you got to read the book for yourself. And young women, they start off young. I started as a young woman.
Yes.
At the age of 16, committed adultery with some other woman's husband. Messing with a 24-year-old man. Nowadays, they probably would have locked them up.
Right.
But, I was the fast one.
Right.
So, with adultery, it have no age on it. It don't care who you are. It hits preacher, politicians, lawyers, doctor, it doesn't matter. And nobody exempt for it if they don't have God on their side to help them.
Yes.
And you know, if you want to be kept, God can keep you from falling into adultery relationship. And I just want to say this part. Some women want somebody else's husband. Why do you want to rob from people, you know, children's mouth? Look, not only, you know, the wife is suffering, but the children. Because, see, the reason why I could say it hurt so bad, because then I was on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
And it hurt on my side. And if y'all don't mind me sharing it, you know, y'all listen on it. That when I was in adultery, okay, it was good, hurt, so I had a child by another woman's husband.
Wow.
So what happened to me? When it happened to me, a woman had a child by my husband. So
it's like what goes around comes around. What comes around goes around. Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people think, oh, it's nothing, I get away, this is the norm. No, it's not. If what goes around, like you said, comes around.
Yes.
So you don't want to take something else that don't belongs to you.
Right.
You know, those that feel like they want to commit adultery, get your own man.
Yes, indeed.
Or get your own woman. Why do you want somebody else's problem? If they commit adultery on you, on their wife, you know they're going to commit adultery on you.
That's right.
I mean,
if you cheating on someone else with me, you're going to cheat.
Yeah.
When you get with me, you're going to cheat on me with somebody else. Yes. Okay, well, we have the two books here, Adultery, Good, But It Hurts So Bad by Diane Jackson, and Silly Woman, Loving a Man, a true story by Diane Jackson. Go to Amazon.com. Let's take just maybe about 2 minutes because we need to go to our commercial break and talk about your school.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'll talk about the school. I started the school in 2000 up in New Jersey.
Okay.
So I have the International School of the Prophets.
Yes.
Where I train, the Lord would use me to help train prophetic people, to help pull the gifts out of them. Because a lot of people have good gifts in them. You know, the gifts of the Spirit. You know, in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, it talks about the gift of the Spirit. So if you say you feel with the Spirit of God, you got some gifts in you.
Yes.
And then we have gifts in us. We born with gifts and talent.
Yes.
But my job that the Lord have given me at the school is to help prepare people. You know, the job of the fivefold ministry is help to equip the saints, to equip people for ministry. But my job is to help pull it out of them.
Yes.
Because people have fear and sometimes they're intimidated, they're afraid. But the Lord uses me as an instrument to help pull it out of them.
I love that.
Pull that gift. Because people got gifts in them.
Well, I think all of us are born with gifts.
Oh, yes.
Plug your website.
Oh, my website is dianejackson.moonfruit.com.
Okay, and we are going to go to a commercial break. We have Miss Diane Jackson. We have so much more for you as well. Got little Jimmy coming up, and y'all know I love my little Jimmy. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. You are logged on to MimiJohnson.net, the arts reporter. Mwah.
I pray to God constantly. Oh, that you will come and see about me. I don't know why you act so shy when we're together. Can it be that being good to me makes you look bad in front of your friends? Your friends. I'm running round in circles. I'm not sure what to do. I'm losing my composure, and it's all because of you. I pray to God. Pray to God. Constantly. Boy, constantly. Oh, that you will come. Yeah. Come on and see about me. I pray to God. Pray to God. Constantly. Boy, constantly. Oh, that you will come. Yeah. Come on and see about me. I don't know why you never even tried to come and see me. Flowers know for sure.
I pray to God.
I pray to God.
Constantly.
Boy, constantly.
Oh, that you will come.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your number one dude, big head kid, whatever you want to call me. It's okay, long as you don't touch me. It's your man, Lil Jimmy. We're on the Arts Reporter with Mimi Johnson. Hey, if you guys are online, make sure that you put your name and the city where you're from, because Miss Mimi loves to hear from you when you're talking to her and stuff online. She likes to hear your little comments. She's a diva like that. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Paz?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Hey, today on the Arts Reporter, you know, we've seen a lot of stuff on the news, the thing that happened in Colorado in various situations, but more so as young people is going back to school. And so today, I'm going to talk about my 5 keys to conflict resolution and problem solving. You guys ready to do that?
Ready, man.
Okay, cool. This is my DJ Positivity. He's always putting stuff in the mix.
That's right.
But check us out. Here's the things that's special about my 5 keys to conflict resolution. Most things, you know, they say 10 steps to this and 20 steps to that. But you got to do all 10 or all 20. The thing that's special about mine is you only have to do one of them. Just pick one of the 5 and run with that, but be honest. And you'll be able to solve your problems or your conflicts. Something like that. So, Paz, what's the first one?
Well, the first one is honesty.
Okay.
You must be honest, truthful about the situation, issue, or problem you are trying to resolve.
Yeah. See, the thing is this. If you're not going to be honest about it, that means you're going to continue to lie. And then that means you can't get to the truth. So you got to be honest. You know, if it's your fault or you did something wrong, be honest about it. So then your problem can get solved. That's number 2.
Number 2 is communication. You must discuss the situation, issue, or problem you are trying to resolve with someone who is not involved at first, then with the ones involved.
Yeah. So you got to be able to communicate and be able to create your own mediator or somebody that doesn't have anything to do with the problem or the situation. You got to be able to communicate with them and then start communicating with the person that's involved so that you can have somebody who doesn't have a dog in the fight, as they say. What's number 3?
Number 3 is restrain or remove. You must get away or keep yourself from getting wrapped up in any potential situation, issue, or problem you are trying to resolve. In the heat of the moment is the worst time for you to try to fight your case.
Absolutely. See, you have to restrain yourself from continuing to stay involved. You're already mad. You're already ready to touch and hit. You got to restrain yourself and then remove yourself from that situation. You got to walk away.
There you go.
Because while you all mad and hot and heavy, man, that's the worst time to try to solve your problem. So you got to restrain and remove yourself.
There you go.
What's number 4?
Number 4 is understand equality. You must not think that it is only you that is having a situation, issue, or problem that needs to be resolved. The person or persons on the other side is also trying to make a point. So both sides must be understood. This doesn't mean that both sides have to agree.
Absolutely. Because guess what? You got a problem. What do they say? It takes 2 to tango.
There you go.
And it takes 2 to fight.
There you go.
So that person on the other side, they have a point that they're trying to get across too.
Right.
So you have to understand that even though you might not agree with their point, they have one. So you got to understand equality in your situation, and you can resolve your problem. What's the last one?
Last but definitely not least, number 5 is compromise. You must be able to find a place where you are willing to go where you are not totally comfortable having your way. So the situation, issue, or problem can be toned down to be dealt with by cooler heads.
Absolutely. See, if you don't have compromise in your relationship, that means that you're going to just want it your way. And that person's going to want it their way. You got to find a place where you're not comfortable. You don't have to be totally uncomfortable, but you're not fully comfortable. So that means you got to give up some, and then that other person's got to give up some. But that compromise will help you solve your problems or resolve your conflicts. So what you think, Pops?
I think it's great. I mean, you know, what I take from it is, you know, all of it is honesty. Like I said in the beginning, it's about honesty. You know, you can't do nothing with a lie. You know, you tell somebody that, you know, you got a stomach ache, and if you're lying, they're going to give you medicine, and then probably make it worse because, you know, you didn't actually need it in the first place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, basically, you know, you got to be honest from the very front, because if you don't, then, you know, you can never solve the issue.
Absolutely.
You know?
Hey, check us out. Hey, we just made it short, quick, sweet, to the point, And guess what? We're going to resolve this conflict of time, and we're going to resolve all the issues so that Miss Mimi can come back with an excellent show on the Arts Reporter. Hey, it's your man, Lil Jimmy, my man DJ Paz. Thanks for joining us on Arts Reporter. Have a great school year, and make sure you resolve all your conflicts and stuff in the right way.
Honestly.
Peace.
There you go.
So, yeah, sorry about last night.
I just don't understand why you didn't call.
Yeah, well, I was on E-Trade, diversifying my portfolio, taking control like a wolf.
Right.
What's that? That's volatility in the market. Taken care of. Wolf style.
And that milkaholic Lindsay wasn't over?
Lindsay?
Build a diversified portfolio at E-Trade.
So, yeah, sorry about last night.
I just don't understand why you didn't call.
Mimi Johnson. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? This is your Arts Reporter, Miss Mimi Johnson. I am here with Miss Fabulous. Okay? Eileen Kim Designs. Miss Kim Garrett. Now, this young lady, I got her card. You know, I'm always collecting cards. And I said, this really looked like something interesting. Like, not just any kind of designer, but just like has a story to tell behind the designer. So let's start off with where you're from.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you for allowing us to come and share my experience as a designer.
Yeah.
I am from Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay.
And I began my quest in art at a very young age. So when everybody else was out playing and drawing and doing other stuff, my mom always knew where I was. I was somewhere with a pen and a paper drawing.
Good. Now, designing, out of all of the whatever you can design, why clothes?
Well, one of the most important things that we all have to have is how we adorn the body.
Yes.
And so with that, clothing is a way that I can express who I am, and I can help others express who they are as well.
Okay.
Because we all have different personalities, different shapes, different backgrounds, different personalities,
Yes.
and garments reflect all of that.
That is so true. That is so true. I know that when I get dressed, I have to feel like, hey, I feel good about this that I'm wearing. So I understand that. So now you and your husband are also pastors.
Correct. That is correct.
Let's just talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, the name of our ministry is Shepherd Missionary Baptist Church,
Okay.
and we worship in Stone Mountain, Georgia. One of the most important things about our ministry is that we have made a decision to be more community oriented.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than just coming to a worship service, because the worship service itself is what we call the preparation ground. So
Yes.
You come there, you get reminded, you get encouraged, but the work happens outside of those four walls. And so we have mentoring programs.
Okay.
We do things with young people, and there's other things that we have in the works with some people in the school systems now that want to utilize the mentoring program that we have to encourage our young people now.
And that is so important, because people will say, well, what church do you go to? What church do you go to? They try to get in,
Yeah.
see what I'm... And I always say I am church, because the
Right.
church is the people and what we do with our ministry.
Correct.
And as I would say, a role model.
Mhm, mhm.
My ministry is through entertainment and positive influence. So now, how long have you been designing?
Well, I've actually officially been designing since 1989.
Girl, now you got to make me a couple of pieces for my videos I'm getting ready to do in the winter, okay?
Well, we certainly would be ready and excited to style you.
Yeah, and I like to look, like woman. Because I'm grown woman, so you don't got to put me in nothing like all cute. Once I do my hair and my makeup and everything, put them clothes on me, girl, like grown woman. And so now we are, we're going to talk a little bit more, but I want everybody to know that you have some designs for us. So you have like a fashion show segment coming up in a little bit. What is your feeling when you take these young people and you incorporate them with your ministry and your art?
I think the most vital thing that we add with young people is that we give them hope. So often in this hour, they call young people the lost generation or Generation X. But nothing is lost. With God, all things are possible. And if we put more time and invest in them, what we've done in other things, in financial areas or personal welfare, if we begin to invest some of that time back into our young people, then we're going to see a return on our investment. So they need hope.
That is wonderful. I love that. You should make that your motto, girl. That is wonderful. We do have to invest back into our youth. We invest into ourselves, and then we give them the experience of positive influence. That is so important. Well, any last words you want to say to the audience before we show your designs after our commercial break?
Well, one thing I would like to share is that whenever you view things in Hollywood, I call that the place of smoke and mirrors. Remember that actresses and artists have a team of people that make them present the way they present. So don't feel bad about yourself. Begin to look on the inside at the value that you have, and we can always bring a team to make you look just as Hollywood as the A-listers do.
I love it. Eileen Kim Designs. Make sure you look out. She is actually going to be doing some advertising, and we're going to be plugging her and promoting her extensively. So you look out. All you got to do is just go to mimijohnson.net, click on the Arts Reporter. It goes down every Wednesday right here. We're going to go to a commercial break, 7 p.m. Love you so much. We'll be right back.
A Venus razor, CoverGirl makeup, Olay anti-aging cream, and rubber spatulas.
What's that for?
It helps me look younger.
Does it work?
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa's gonna be so happy when he wakes up. Yeah, he's gonna look like a baby.
Only Walmart has low prices every day on everything to keep you looking young. Backed by our ad match guarantee. Save money. Live better. Walmart. A Venus razor, CoverGirl makeup, Olay anti-aging cream, and rubber spatulas.
What's that for?
It helps me look younger.
Does it work?
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa's gonna be so happy when he wakes up. Yeah, he's gonna look like a baby.
Only Walmart has low prices every day on everything to keep you looking young. Backed by our ad match guarantee. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Now that was Eileen Kim Designs. Be on the lookout for her. Kim Garrett, she just has wonderful designs. We're going to present more and more on the Arts Reporter. We have with us Sister Jenny with Dawa International.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So tell us where you're from.
Originally from Michigan.
Okay.
Been here 20 years in the Atlanta area and loving it, I guess.
Yeah, I do love Atlanta. I got to tell you, I live in the suburbs, but I like going to the city
live in
too.
the suburbs too.
Yeah. It's so quiet. And I'm from the Bronx.
Boogie
So
down, boogie down.
I'm straight up concrete.
Shout out to the boogie down.
Yes. I am straight up a concrete jungle baby, but I really love the South. It's so peaceful, and I raised my children. All my children are grown now.
We did too. I was pregnant with my third son when we moved here and bought our house, and so our house is just as old as our son, our baby boy.
Okay. Let's talk about you as a media personality.
I'm fair for a square.
Okay.
I do okay. We do own Dow International, multimedia company, and we have a radio show, a magazine, a very popular blog, and you might have seen us on a couple of TV shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple.
Seen a couple.
You and your husband are funny. I saw the one about the shopping. It's like, I like to go shopping. He's like, look, you only shop when you need to shop. But that's that balance. That's that balance that the two of you have. And that's a great thing because he understands you, you understand him.
Right. And I'm going to talk about him too because he's over there. He's never far from. I always say we're attached to the hip.
Yes.
If you hear our show and whatever I say, we're attached to the hip. 22 plus years married and pretty much do everything together, even though he may be in the back, the sidelines sometimes and kind of let me shine, that's what I do, and everything. But he's here and I talk about him, but he lets me do my thing, and that's my guy.
Guess what's up? What's his name?
His name is Rufus.
Rufus. Okay. So now, what inspired you to become a part of the media industry?
Well, I've always wanted to be in media. At 16 years old, I interned at a radio station, and I always loved being around. I hate to say like the glitz and the glamour, but I guess more of the moving and the shaking.
Okay.
And being, in the midst of things and that kind of thing. So while I was interning, I got really, really close with a DJ, and we got into all the little gold parties and was hobnobbing and rubbing elbows. 16 years old.
Hey.
You know how that is. Kind of how I met my husband because he was actually writing and producing. Well, his first cousin is in Ready for the World, going back aging myself, Ready for the World, and he was writing and producing for the group and got to the gold party, and I actually met the family. I didn't meet him at that time, but met the family. And me and the family got close and everything, and so that place became a home away from home, and one thing led to another, and yeah.
Okay. Where do you see yourself, like, say, 5-10 years from now? Where do you see yourself in the media industry?
Well, right now, things are happening pretty swell. We have some really big things going on. Some things I can't say because, folks like to be exclusive.
Of course. Until it's released.
Yeah, keep it on the low.
It's better that way.
Not say anything.
Of course.
Right. But we are still going to go with our magazine. Prison World Magazine just celebrated 5 years in print.
Prison World Magazine. Let's go.
5 years in print. And we've been doing that. And we're looking at doing more speaking. We get out and we speak and do net TV, which the video that you talked about. Yeah, about me being a fashionista. And we're also doing a lifestyle blog. That's our new venture. I could talk about that.
Okay.
That's kind of hot and happening there. So
let's go. Let's talk about that.
Okay. It's called Triplet World. And it's a lifestyle blog about us. Since we are Ebony Magazine's Couple of the Year, you may have seen us in the February issue of Ebony. Girl. And you may have seen us there. And so we decided, people always want to know, how have you guys been married for like 20-some years and you're so close and, you do this and you do that and you work together and how do you make it happen? I was like, okay, I got a little story to tell you. And when we've got 3 boys, no baby daddies, and none of that. So how do you do it? How does that happen? You're African American. Folks can't stay married. One can't find a man. What's going on? So we said we're going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it on our blog.
And I'm going to enjoy that. I do believe that my husband passed away, unfortunately. I think that thank you. I know that me and Glenn Johnson would still be married to this day because we were inseparable, as you and your husband Rufus, with working together in the music business. He was my producer and writer. God had another plan for him, so I had to continue our mission with our record label, Caustic Entertainment Group. And the one thing that I do know about relationships is that you have to love yourself first. Before you can love that other person, you have to love yourself unconditionally first, and then the experience goes right to the other person. And wow, through trials and tribulations and confusion and the devil always wants to try to get in. You just don't let it happen. You have to stand strong and be strong and say, look, you're getting on my nerves today, Rufus.
I do.
But I love you to death, man, and I'm going to go and I'm going to have me a sip of some, I would say wine. You might say soda. Cranberry juice. Spritzer.
Yeah, all of that.
Right. But loving ourselves first, it tends to help us to love other people and keep them. So that's what I've learned in being in love.
Well, he definitely completes me. He's a completer.
Good.
And where I am weak, he's strong.
That's how it's supposed to
And
be.
where I am strong, he's a little weak. He's a little sensitive. And a lot of people may think that I'm like the dominant personality because I'm out front. But trust me, my man is running the show.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
He is running the show.
Give everybody your website.
Okay, you can find us at, for the magazine, you can find us at prisonworldmagazine.com. Okay, and then you can find us on the lifestyle blog at tripletworld.com. Our life, our story, our world.
Wow, I love it. I'm looking forward to that. I want to help you promote that as well because people need to know. How does that work? How do you keep strong foundations in families, any race, in any race? I mean, the devil doesn't really look at what race you are. They look at he looks at how weak you are and goes in and then he destroys.
Goes all in.
And so you can't allow that. So it's, but it is a great feeling to see African American families still together, but also to see all of the other cultures coming together and staying as a family. I think that is so wonderful, and I know what I lived through growing with my family. All my kids are grown now, but I remember that love and girl is fabulous. But you still have that relationship with them now as friends when they grow up.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like, So with that being said, Miss Jenny, Sister Jenny with Dawa International. Check her out. I do got to give a shout out to my mom, Joan Cartwright, jazz and blues extraordinaire, composer, writer, and entertainer. That's where I get it from. Y'all know I get it from my mama. She is up in New York City on her New York City tour with Diva JC. Make sure that you check her out. Log on to joancartwright.com and simply click on gigs. Mwah. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. I love my family, my fans, my friends, my advertisers. Thank you so much for supporting us. We're going to go to a commercial break and we will be back with a fabulous inspirational life story, Miss Pam Flanagan. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'd like to order french fries, a burger, and a milkshake. This is a library. I'd like to order french fries, a burger, and a milkshake.
I am back, your arts reporter, Miss Mimi Johnson, R&B Soul Sensation. Check me out at cdbaby.com. Every Wednesday right here, mimijohnson.net, the arts reporter, and the arts reporter blog radio show every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, blogtalkradio.com /the arts reporter. You see this lady right here? I called her. I got a name for her. She is the #1 thug for Christ, okay? She is a thug for God. She stands at the front line. She doesn't take no mess, and she gives you the love and the attention that you need to be the best that you can be. She works with the youth with P.D. Flanagan International Ministries. Hi.
Hi, Minnie. How you
doing? This is my girl right here. Let's start from a little bit about where you're from, and let's talk about where you're from.
Okay, well, I am from Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
I lived in Chicago most all my life.
And, you know, I know that we have these situations in our lives where we say, you know, I'm going to give myself to God. I'm going to give myself to Jesus. But what made you go that path?
You know, it's kind of weird because my mother drug us to church when we were little kids and we didn't have a choice. So it's been instilled in me all my entire life. That doesn't mean I went to church all my life because, you know, of course, when I got about 18 and 20, I went to college and I did my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until I got about 30, so it means like 10 years out of the church.
Okay.
Then I started going back to church.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of weird. I used to party. I partied so hard, I never turned down a party. And then one night, my daughter, I had just had my daughter. She was about 9 months old. My mother had a rule. I had to put my daughter to sleep, and I had to go buy her a pack of cigarettes in order for me to go to this party. This particular night, my daughter never cried either. She's 25 years old now. And this particular night, this child would not go to sleep. I would put her in the car and drive her around, turn on the heat. You know, snow was up to this high. We didn't care. It could be 18 inches high. We'd still go party.
Right.
But this particular night, my daughter wouldn't be quiet at all, right? About 11, 12. You know, we go out late anyway. But this particular night, I just was like, man, whatever. I'm just not going to go. All of my friends, every one of them got killed in the car accident. You know what? They didn't even make it to the party. And it's so weird. The next day, my mother always kept the church radio on. And she had this rule. Even if you go out and party, you still got to go to church the next day. So I was like, man, I don't have anything to wear. And then the preacher said, if you die today, will you go to heaven? I wouldn't even think about that being for me. But I thought about my friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I pretty much went to church all my life, so I figured I was going to go to heaven anyway.
Okay.
You know how that goes.
Okay, yeah.
But after that, you know, it makes you go back to church for a minute, and you go back to partying again, just back and forth through your regular lifestyle.
Yes.
But
now, where are you? Where are you now?
Where I am now, we have P.D. Flanagan International Student Ministries. All my life, all I ever wanted to do was concerts, plays, so I used to go back and forth doing D.C., New York, doing concerts and fashion shows and modeling. But it really wasn't nothing geared toward God.
Okay.
It wasn't until probably 1992 I wrote my first play called Revelation 2000. All the plays are based on real life choices.
Okay.
A young man want to get into the entertainment industry and chose crack and cocaine as a drug dealer, and it's a true story. I have a brother that's serving like life in prison right now.
Okay.
And I have a child who's granddad who's been on death row for 30 years. So all of our productions are about true stories. And what's so crazy about it, last year, I hadn't did the play for like 19 years, and I told my daughter, I said, you know what, there's too much violence in the play. I said, drive-by shootings and went out of style. Do you know, in less than an hour, my cousin called me and told me, she said, Marlon is dead. I'm like, what? And I'm like, Marlon is dead. She was like, my nephew been shot down in a drive-by shooting. I would have never even imagined. I'm talking about taking that element out of the play because I'm thinking drive-by shootings went out of style.
No, they still in style.
Right, but that's because August hadn't came yet.
Wow.
So that's what we do. We lift up youth and young people through the arts.
Yes.
It's called Ministry Through the Arts.
Yes, and now you have a event coming up this weekend.
Right, this weekend we have an event called the Hip Hop Revival Under the Stars. What it is, we give young people an opportunity to exhibit their skills, rapping, dancing, singing, acting, and like the other young lady said, to instill hope, but also knowledge, the Word of God, belief, faith, transformation. So we have Christ Revolution Hip Hop Church. A lot of people get caught up on the hip hop word. It's so weird because Christ, and then we have revolution. Some people get caught up on the revolution word, but I tell them it's revolution, transformation of the mind through love. Then some people get caught up on the hip hop word, and I have to tell them, well, I'm trying to draw a certain group of people anyway. And then the other people that don't like to go to church, they get caught up on the word church. So somebody's getting caught up on one of those words.
Well, let them continue to get caught up, because first of all, church is us. Hip hop is great. Don't get it twisted with gangster rap and rap music. Different. Lyrical content, good, positive music, rhyming is hip hop. I grew up in the Bronx. This is what we started. Hip hop is a great situation. Rap music is something else. Gangster music is something else. The lyrical content tells you what's hip hop and what's gangster. What was the other word you said?
Revolution.
I mean, come on. We got to be, come on. Why would you not want to have a revolution? I mean, we need that. That's going to make us strong as people. And you have to be a unit and be unified to have a revolution. One person can't do revolution. So that's unity.
Well, we're working on a movie called...
I got to be in it.
It's a trilogy. It's a New World Order. It's a 3-part movie.
Wow.
And the first one was called It Happened One Midnight. And the way that I started writing that movie, I started out in the play. So I did the play for 4 years in a row.
Yes.
And what happened is it's a futuristic play. And God had told me that in the end times, people are going to be struggling so much that the only way they're going to survive is they got to pray and praise and worship me. So just like in the Bible where there was Paul and Silas, and at the midnight hour, they prayed and praised God, and they were released from prison. So that's sort of the first trilogy of them. It Happened One Midnight. These people are going to be put in concentration camps.
Okay.
So in the near future, that's why you need God now.
Yes, all the time, every second of the day. Wake up. I think when I wake, the first thing I do when I hit my floor, my feet hit the floor, I say, rise and shine and give God the glory.
Yes,
because it's all about the glory in the spirit. The spirit is where we are spiritual human beings having a human existence or experience.
Right.
So we have to live through spirit first. Any last words?
Peace and love and revolution.
Revolution. I'm talking about a revolution. We got to organize. We'll be right back after these messages. Miss Pam Flanagan, one of my dearest sisters. I love her so much. The Arts Reporter will be right back. Mwah. I got something for y'all, okay? Now, y'all know I always have something for you anyway. This young lady, when I heard her voice and heard her play that violin a cappella online, I'm getting chill bumps right now just thinking about it, just talking about it. The best of LaTanya Peoples. She's a violinist and a vocalist. And I want everybody to just love this lady right here. And she's got dimples. Stop playing. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
You look like you're great. When did you start your art, girl?
I started playing the violin when I was about 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember asking my parents if I could play the violin. I don't remember not playing the violin. So playing the violin is sort of like walking or breathing for me. I don't know what it's like not to play the violin.
And you hold it with such like a baby, like it's part of you. It's part of you.
These are like arms and hands for me because it goes everywhere I go, and I don't know what I would do without it.
Hey, and that's wonderful. So what inspired you? I know as a child we are inspired by so many different aspects of the arts. My mother just had me in all kinds, from dance class to piano, vocal lessons, acting classes. Where did you get it from? Like, I got it from my mom because she was an entertainer and composer anyway, so it was through my blood. Well, how did this happen for you with your art and to be so extraordinary?
I think I got it from my family as well. I was raised in the church, in the AME church, and my parents grew up singing in the choir. And they asked me one day, they said, "Do you want to take vocal lessons?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" And they said, "Well, you're in the choir." I said, "Alrighty then."
That is vocal lesson number one, honey. You get you some vocal lessons from the choir,
and
you gonna sing. Are you based here in Atlanta?
I am. Atlanta is now my home. I've been in Atlanta since 1995. I'm from Topeka, Kansas.
Okay.
And then I went to Howard University in Washington, D.C., and then I came to Atlanta in 95.
Let's talk about some of your touring, not what you're getting ready to do. We're going to end with that. Where have you been? Where have you been?
In D.C., I've performed in several stages. I performed at the Carter Barron Theater with the Uptown String Quartet.
Mm-hmm.
I performed with Universal Circus for 2 seasons, the 2005-2006 season, and that was one of the most incredible experiences ever.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They really are. They're awesome. And
Okay.
I think they're 15, 16, 17 years, probably 20 years old now.
Yeah, they've been. The Soul Circus is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. This is your CD. It's entitled "The Best of Latanya Peoples, violinist, vocalist." I love your smile on here. You look so happy. She is also one of our advertisers, and you will see her throughout for weeks and weeks and weeks, because I'm a promoter anyway, whether you pay me your advertisement money for your monthly. No, I love this girl. When you hear her, because you're going to be like, wow. You know, I'm not even singing today because I want to be all about her with the singing and the violin. She's going to do it duo at the same time, okay? But hold on. You're getting ready to go on tour.
Yes.
Tell us where you're going. I wish I could go.
I'm so excited. You can go. I'm getting ready to go to Osaka, Japan. Get your tickets to my girl. Yes, I'm very excited I've been chosen to perform for the 4th annual Kansai Music Conference in Osaka, Japan. So it's going to add to my incredible experiences that I've been having and that I continue to be blessed to have. And it's one of the things that I've wanted to do is, make my music available to a global audience. And I've been doing my campaign with internet radio for about 1.5 years now, and just, giving Universe, my desire and my intention, making it as clear and concise as possible. And I'm just thankful. I'm blessed, and I'm very thankful.
And you sound really intelligent, like you got your master's degree or something in business. Or you said, well, I thought I was gonna be a lawyer, but I decided to play my violin. So, what would be some words to just people that want to pursue their dreams as musicians, artists, entertainers? What is your advice to them?
I would say, and I've been saying for years and years and years, search for acceptance within yourself. If you are an artist and you compare yourself to Beyonce, or you compare yourself to Mimi Johnson, there's only one. There can only be one. So I don't want to be Beyonce. I want to be Latanya Peoples.
Yes.
And I have to be Latanya Peoples. The only way I can do that is to concentrate on what I'm contributing to the universe. And if you can find your acceptance from inside, nobody can touch you.
That is wonderful. That's why I call myself the triple threat. You can't touch me with a 15,000 foot pole. Okay? And that is so important, because loving ourselves and who we are and what we do, it brings out the God in us, and the goddess in us, and it just makes us so fabulous, to the point that when you talk to yourself, it's like conceit is right there and you're right under the
right.
Not conceited, confident. That's really important. plug your website.
LaTonyaPeoples.com.
Yes.
Let me spell that for you. LaTonyaPeoples.com. Please visit my website. I'm also doing a fundraiser. You can make donations for my trip to Japan because I really like sushi. So the more you donate, the more sushi I can eat. LaTonyaPeoples.com.
LaTonyaPeoples.com. I'm so glad that you came, and I'm so glad that you're one of our advertisers. I love promoting you, and I look forward to working with you extensively, watching you get your Grammys and whatever escalade you want to get to. I want to be one of the people to say that I watched you grow on my show and continued success.
Awesome, thank you.
And when I go get my Grammys and Emmys and Tonys and Oscars and Soul Train Awards, you're going to be my violinist, girl. Because, you know, I always have a band, huh?
I'll be there.
We'll be right back after these messages. We have Miss LaTonya Peoples, and she is going to just do an amazing performance for us. The arts reporter, Mimi Johnson, every Wednesday. We'll be right back after these messages.
Yeah, well, I was on E-Trade, diversifying my portfolio, taking control like a wolf.
Right.
What's that? That's volatility in the market. Taken care of. Wolf style. Oh, oh, oh.
And that milkaholic Lindsay wasn't over?
Lindsay?
Milka what?
Build a diversified portfolio at E-Trade.
So, yeah, sorry about last night.
I just don't understand why you didn't call.
Yeah, well...
Yes.
Sometimes.
It's a beautiful day.
That's not my track. I'm going to go ahead and just do solo. Okay. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. A long way from home. A long way from home. I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. A long way from home.
true believer, a true believer, along the way. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child along the way.
Mine. She's my violinist. You better get yourself some.
Thank you.
Girl, I've never seen anybody play and sing at the same time. They'll da 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 and da 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 and but not no 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 girl. That's some skills. Look, you want to, where can people get your CD?
LatanyaPeoples.com, LatanyaPeoples.com and LatanyaPeoples.com, or CD Baby, or iTunes, or Amazon. Google me, Latanya Peoples.
Boy, girl, you better Google her. Well, we are going out. Thank you so much to the viewers, our advertisers, our guests, our wonderful, wonderful staff and team. You are logged on to MimiJohnson.net, where it goes down every Wednesday right here at 7 p.m. Log on to MimiJohnson.net for more information. Make sure that you get your tickets for Angie the Musical, where I am cast as Miss Legendary Lady Day Miss Billie Holiday, the 14th Street Playhouse, Saturday, August 11th. 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. AngieTheMusical.com. Log on. JoanCartwright.com. We love you so much. Thank you for the arts reporter, Tartar. We love you.
Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. Like a soul that's lost the blues. And I'm feeling very, very good. Oh, at last, my blues past, and I'm free from the blues that have tortured me, and I'm feeling mighty, mighty good.